Cass has always been a very useful tool for the boys.
He is a tool.
He is a tool, but useful. Yeah, useful. And now there's a big change there. So he's gonna, in his adjustment, the boys are gonna kind of have to adjust to him in his situation as well, right. Which makes for some interesting.
And it's also to literally not have the angel in our pocket. I mean, we have kind of an angel, but part of the deal that Dean makes very clear to Ezekiel is you're not just going to keep popping out. Like I don't want my brother to find out about this. I don't want to just like have you fix everything when it happens. We've got to just try and fix Sam and let's go forward. So we see that struggle for a few episodes. There's a big war in heaven, or not in heaven, but the war that was in heaven is now on earth and hardcore. And so there are factions of angels, obviously, that are out for Cass's head, that are out for Ezekiel's head. And so I know Ezekiel probably feels that it's unsafe to have Cass around, because if Cass is a beacon for angels that hate Cass, then if angels show up, then...
And Cass doesn't have the power that he needs to defend himself or protect himself or to protect us. So Dean literally has to sit down with him and be like, you gotta go. And that then sends Cass out on his own to fend for himself, which we come to find out, I think last episode 7, we come to find out where he's been and what he's been doing, and that's pretty funny.
Jensen, who's Dean leaning on through all this? Because he doesn't really have Sam to lean on like he might have in the past.
Not the way he has, simply because of Ezekiel and what he's doing inside, and what he's the work that he's doing within Sam, and that's it is a bit of an eggshell situation for Dean that he's not used to. Well, I say that he probably has at some point in the past 9 years. So yeah, he doesn't have his support system like he used to. He doesn't have Cass the way he does. He doesn't have Sam. He doesn't have any of the. He's got his car. That's about it. He's got his car and his music. So it's been, the beginning of the season has been a little difficult for him, because he kind of feels like he's on an island of his own, and that's a situation that he doesn't like to be on or be in.
This is also what kind of stuff really excites me, like these kind of fun little ways we can tie in kind of real pop culture or real urban legends, kind of how the show started, like tying in real urban legends or tying in existing urban legends into the lore of the show. And we find out that Dorothy's kind of been trapped in the middle letters bunker for a long time, and accidentally she's set free, but so is the witch. So now we have
supernatural.
Yeah, so cool. So now we have the witch.
Dorothy, right?
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
Okay,
sure.
So we have them running around our bunker, and we have to employ the help of kind of the coolest computer nerd we know to help us try to figure out what happened and how we can figure out more details on it.
Enter Charlie.
Who's awesome, rad. But that was a really fun episode. We also see a new part of the Middle Letters.
A lot of new parts. They built up. I don't know if you guys have walked down there and take a look at the set. You're probably seeing a lot more than you've ever seen on camera, because it was all But there's a giant garage, which about time. I've been begging for that ever since we introduced the Middle Letters, because it's like, come on, really? Just leaving the Impala parked out of the street, covering up with some bushes and stuff. So baby's finally got some place to sleep.
That's right. I think Charlie has the probably most memorable reaction.
That's right.
But the guys are kind of like, cool, crazy. How do we fix it? The guys are kind of like, we have a witch running wild in our bunker, and obviously we have the King of Hell in our bunker as well, so we don't want them to.
Dean kind of tries to battle with the fact that there's an actual Wizard of Oz and there's an actual Dorothy, and then it's all kind of being unfolded in front of him. Charlie takes more of the, well, hello, which is amazing, because Felicia plays that great. So yeah, you get a lot of different reactions. Sam's more of the business. It's like, okay, didn't expect that, but down to business. How do we fix the situation that we're in? And so you get the different layers of reactions from all three of us.
Sam also gets somebody to play off of, because there are parts obviously where we have to kind of split up, and I think Dean and Charlie had one way and Dorothy and I had another way. So we also get to see into Sam's psyche a little bit, because he kind of opens up to Dorothy in ways that he wouldn't have opened up to Dean or Charlie or Crowley or Kevin or Cass. So he gets to kind of sell her things that he knows she's not going to be around the next week, or he assumes she's not. So he's like, I'll just go ahead and level with you, which is nice. We see a nice part of Sam.
And it's a nice kind of one-off too. I mean, we've obviously, as you guys know from the season opener that you watched, that there's a lore that's taking off this season, and it's going to be really relevant throughout the whole season. But we're still getting our one-offs like this one that we're talking about, and there's been a few others and stuff. So we're still keeping that formula, and it seems to have worked for us in the past. I think we're going to continue with it. So.
And I think it's so cool. Like I think this storyline, the story arc this year, I truly am so excited and thrilled about it. Like I'm really excited to sink my teeth both into what I get to do with Sam and Ezekiel and whatnot, but also just the angels on Earth, the different factions of warring angels. I'm really it has a sort of, I don't want to say a season 4 feel to me, but it has this feel where the boys aren't just doing Monster of the Week type thing or just one-off funny Dorothy changing channels type thing, but we actually have another war going on that we need to try and figure out.
It's so much bigger than them. Too.
Yeah. A bigger like angels and demons, and now angels and who's
who can we trust? Yeah.
So it's a fun position for the boys to be in. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoy it.